name is Sarah, and welcome to Comments. Today I'll be talking to you about the K-drama, The Judge from Hell. The Judge from Hell is a K-drama about where the underworld and the real world cross paths. So let me start from the beginning. The title, The Judge from Hell, is the English version translation of the Korean title, Jiokso Down Panta is Judge, I think. So Jiokso on Panta. The director is Park Jin-pyo. The writer is Jo Lee-soo. I don't know most of their projects. I looked into it and I'm not familiar with their earlier projects. The network is SBS. It had 14 episodes. The release date and ending date were ran from September 21st, 2024 until November 2nd. Yeah, it's a South Korean K-drama. The plot synopsis. I found this synopsis online and I thought it was very interesting. I feel like it was like the perfect balance between telling me what the story is about without spoiling the important moments. It's by Asian wiki staff. And it says, Kang Bin-na, played by Park Shin-hye, is an elite judge with a beautiful appearance, but she's actually a demon. Her mission as a demon is to kill evil people who lead other people to their deaths and don't reflect on their actions and are unforgiven. So she sends these people to hell. And one day, Kang Bin-na meets Han Dawn, played by Kim Jae-young. He has a friendly and gentle personality, but as a detective, his mind is sharp and he has a keen sense of observation. Initially, he carries pain in his mind that nobody knows about, but after meeting Kang Bin-na, changed both each other's life in a very significant way. So the main characters that play over that act in this K-drama are Park Shin-hye. She plays the character of Kang Bin-na. Park Shin-hye has a huge resume. I know most of the K-dramas she acted in. I've watched everything that I thought was interesting. She was in the first K-drama I ever watched, You're Beautiful. She's been in K-drama that I loved, like Pinocchio and The Heirs. There are movies that I love from her, The Call. So she's a young actress with a huge resume because I think she started acting as a child. Han Dawn is a little bit more of a unknown to me, but when I looked into him, there are K-dramas that he's been in and that I've watched, but I don't remember him. He's been in Hello Monster, Entourage, Young Pal, and the drama that's been very successful this year, When Life Gives You Tangerines. Yeah, I have a good impression of him and his acting, so I am looking forward to seeing him in other projects. So Park Shin-hye plays Kang Bin-na, and Kang Bin-na is a judge of the 18th Criminal Division at the Seoul Central District Court 2. She gets murdered, and when she gets murdered, she goes into hell accidentally, and there's a judge in hell, Justitia, and Justitia is like very, very jaded, doesn't believe people are honest anymore. She doesn't even care about doing her job right. So she accidentally almost sentences Kang Bin-na into hell, even though Kang Bin-na is telling her, I don't know why I'm here. So instead of being fair, she just tries to send her into hell. So then someone intervenes. There's a higher up level, don't know what he has like a title. There's a higher level demon who is the boss of hell. He intervenes and he's like, Kang Bin-na, Justitia, you are unworthy of your position. You have to be punished because this is not how we do things in hell. So he sends Justitia back to Earth in Kang Bin-na's body, and he tells Justitia in Kang Bin-na's body on Earth that she has to kill 10 people that are murderers, that don't repent, and that are unforgiven by the victims' families. And if she makes a mistake, then there are consequences because she can't kill innocent people. So that's like her punishment, and she has to do it, I think, within a year. So that she's on Earth, and Kang Bin-na on Earth is a judge. So she's a judge from hell, pretending to be a judge on Earth while finding potential killers and bad people to kill to send to hell. So I thought that seems very complex. It was very I thought that was well thought of. I thought that was very creative, interesting. So that's what's going on with her. Han Dawn is just a police officer and their paths keep crossing because she's trying to find killers, so her paths keep crossing with police. So I thought that part of the story was very interesting. There are also a lot of interesting side characters. For example, Justitia, when she's sent back to Earth, she is sent there with her assistant, and her assistant is very funny because he's like a demon that's trying to be religious, trying to find his way back to God. So it's like very interesting, and he has to like keep his interest in God on the wraps because he can't he will be in a very bad position if fellow demons know that he thinks about God even a little bit. So yeah, he's very funny. There's also Aaron, played by Kim Ah-young, and the assistant is Kim In Kwang, playing Goom Man-do, and so that's the assistant I talked about in a couple of seconds ago. And Kim Ah-young, playing Lee Ah-ryong, is a demon named Vinato, and she's sent on Earth to punish, because she's the one that made the mistake of sending the real Kombina into hell, catching her and sending her into the. She's the one that made the mistake, so she gets sent to Earth too. There are a lot more people, because there are people in the police front. Handawan has like family people, so it's like a lot of random connected but unconnected people, and every couple of episodes there's a new batch of people that's introduced that have very interesting things going on with them. It's very episodic, but there's a bigger storyline, and there's an episodic storyline. So like the two storylines come to two heads in the last couple of episodes. So what's my first impression? I think from the beginning, the concept, the way it's delivered, it's so interesting and so much fun. And I feel like it's like the K-drama to watch in October. It's dark, but it's also very heartfelt and human. And it's like, I think even for Park Shin-hye, she has played like, I feel like for a long time she's been typecast. So I think even for her, it's also very interesting to play this kind of character, which is completely outside of what she usually does. So it was very refreshing to see her in this kind of role. Visually, the show is very polished, very almost theatrical. There's a mood lighting. Everyone is in sharp suits. Dramatic courtroom scenes. There's a supernatural twist. So it's like, I like the tone. I like the balance between the heavy themes and the lighter themes. Just like, yeah, it's like, I think what most grabbed me is how it tackles the whole. If you don't get justice, do you have the right to get your own justice? It's like, if you have been failed by the system, can you get your own justice? If you can do it and no one can do anything about it. So it's like morality and ethics. It's like that kind of discussions in the show was very interesting. I think when it comes to the weak side, I think the pacing is a little bit uneven. Some episodes hit hard, a lot happens. I felt very engaged, and other episodes was like, okay, we know, we understand, get it moving. So I think the pacing was a little bit off, and I feel like a lot of the side characters, even though they seem very interesting and well acted, very interesting, even funny at moments, but I feel like they were really underused. So I feel like that is a miss. I feel like also another weakness of the show is that there are a lot of sudden tone changes. It's like something heavy would happen. All of a sudden we're laughing. So it's like something odd is going on. But I feel like even though if you're used to Korean K-dramas and K-movies, and where a lot of the time they tend to mix a lot of genres together, this was even jarring to me, if that makes sense. It's like a little bit too slapsticky all of a sudden. I wish they just didn't do that as much. I feel like at the end of the day, this K-drama is not perfect, but its flaws don't overshadow what it does well. If you're into more morally complex stories and you can be patient through a few slow spots, The Judge from Hell still delivers something fresh and thought-provoking. So overall, if you're into K-dramas with a bit of bite and you enjoy stories that make you think, The Judge from Hell is definitely worth checking out. It's got solid writing, layered characters, and just enough edge to keep things unpredictable. And when I say layered characters, I don't mean that the main characters got a lot of depth, but the side characters were very flat. There were so many side characters that you get a lot of different aspects and representations of similar situations that you feel like the big picture is like the way the themes were tackled is very strong, but I feel like the characters themselves are not as deep as I want to, especially the side characters. So K-dramas that I would recommend if you are interested in the Judge from Hell, or if you've watched the Judge from Hell and you're looking for other K-dramas, are first of all Aram and the Magistrate. Aram and the Magistrate is like a K-drama that's historical, supernatural. There's a lot of themes of justice for wronged spirits, and there are a lot of ghosts trying to readdress injustice and get to have inner peace. So I feel like that's a K-drama that like resembles this The Judge from Hell. And another K-drama, if you do like a supernatural aspect, I would say Flowers from Hell or Flowers of Evil. That K-drama is also very interesting because it also has to do with the morality and gray zones. What is right? What is wrong? How do we get justice? How do we find inner peace? How can we overcome bad acts that has been done to us? So it's more psychological. There are a lot of family secrets, moral ambiguity, crime, and the weight of past sins. If you like darker character dramas, this one is a strong recommendation. If you have other recommendations you can make or K-dramas that made you think of the Judge from Hell, if you've watched the Judge from Hell, let me know in the comments. I'm always open to watching something new. I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you, and see you next time. Bye.